Previously on Royalty Reality TV show. The royal enforcer came into the house and announced Moga as the Duke of the royal house and Mercy as his Duchess.
The winner of these games that we just play is Tracy and Chipraise. They scored 4 points. So we'll be awarding them 50 free votes.
Having clearly listened to both the complainant and defendant during the examination and cross-examination, this is my verdict. Mr. Wilson has established the facts that he did not write the story. So therefore, he does not have the right to claim ownership of the story. Mr. Wilson is found guilty of piracy. It has been established that Ms. Vanny P. hit the butt of Grace Child, but not in a violent manner. So, this is not a case of sexual assault. Clap for them.
Royal reality, royal reality, this is reality,
The royalty started their day with morning games. They were given the chance to display their physical prowess in the royal arena.
funny. I can't see become funny. I can't see become funny. Hey, I can't see. I can't see now. Yes.
Number one, yeah.
go! 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go!
Rush hour traffic, or a great spot to enjoy the view, a hot day, or a chance to get closer, the regular motions of work, or a moment for ingenuity and unexpected creativity. Because when you look, there's joy to be found anywhere, and joy will find you. Fan Milk.
The royalties then had time to plan and rehearse their version of the theme song of the royalty reality TV show. They then put their musical talents on display as they did their own rendition of the royalty reality TV show's theme song.
Royal, royalty, royalty, reality is a TV show you can rely on it. Royalty, reality is a TV show you can rely on it. Royal, royalty.
This is reality. The priority to leadership. Oh yes, you can be a leader. With this TV show, come and explore yourself and your dreams. You can win. Come and manifest that great talent of yours. We all will stand up tall with Royalty Reality TV show.
Drinking water is a vital part of a working day, and having the right water source at work keeps you hydrated all day. That's why we at Seaway make our products with one of the best and latest technology in water purification across West Africa. As a corporate customer, you are guaranteed free quarterly Seaway dispenser machine servicing, supplies with Seaway new or clean bottles, and superb customer service care and support. At an affordable rate, you can place your order and begin to refreshingly work your way to a productive day.
Later on, the royalties proceeded to the royal court for an intense case.
Good day, court.
Good day, my lord.
Let's hear the first case in the court list.
Case number 1. Criminal case between the Duke and Wealth over fighting, verbal and physical assault in the royal house.
I, Moga Lucas, used to complain about Johnwealth for reprimanding me on doing what I was asked to do as the Duke.
May you please this honorable court. I am Wealth.
Let the complainant counsel examine the defendants.
Christian or Muslim?
Christian.
Hold.
I, Wealth,
Do affirm to this honorable court
do affirm to this honorable court
that to the best of my ability,
that to the best of my ability,
I will say the truth
I will say the truth
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. On that said day, I was inside the former Duchess's room where I was packing my stuff that was there because we asked to bring up our stuff that we use for the game and for the court section by the tax master, where Mrs. Gracie stepped in and said the recent Duke, which is Mr. Moga, shouted at her because she pleaded with him to add beans to her macaroni. And I said, why? But it's been done that same way. Or the former Duke and Duchess always do it that same way. And she now said she's not going to eat that. The way he spoke to her, she didn't like it because of food. I stepped out. I went to meet Mr. Moga as my roommate and my friend. I told him, Moga, why did you refuse to give us beans, knowing fully well that we are ulcer patients? He said to me, these were his exact words, and I quote, I am not the crew member. Go and meet the crew members and ask them if they were to give us beans or not. And I said, Mr. Moga, it has never happened where we meet the crew members for food. Instead, what we do is we remove Mr. Don Razi's food, whom can't bear pepper at all, then mix the whole food together and share as the house. That's always been done. And I said I shouldn't tell him anything. I should please get out. The way I did my hand was what he did. And I told him, Moga, are you talking to me? His words were, yes. Do I want to beat him because of my muzzle? And that was where Mr. Sina tapped me and said, it's okay.
Mr. Johnwealth, you're an ulcer patient.
Yes.
And you eat beans.
Very well.
Okay.
Beans is my favorite meal, which the whole housemates can attest to it. I say it always.
Mr. Johnwealth, were you there when Miss V asked me to please not give her beans and she's an ulcer patient? I should give her just macaroni.
Yes, I wasn't there.
Yes, you weren't there. You're contradicting the answer.
You asked me a question.
Were you there when she said I should not give her beans, despite the fact
No,
she's an ulcer
I wasn't
patient?
there.
Thank you. Were you there when Vina pleaded and said, please, the fact that they said is ulcer patient's food that is macaroni, please mix it up? Were you there?
I wasn't there.
Were you also there when I started sharing the food on my own with my hands because the judge, which is the Duchess, was busy trying to get used to the court session and the court proceedings, and she said, please go downstairs and have the food shared. But I was told to stop by the former Duchess, that she was already told that we should leave the food till after the court session. Were you there when all this happened?
I wasn't there.
Good. When I started sharing that food, I on my own took it on my shoulders to mix that food. I had already shared 6 plates. It was mixed. It was Tracy that was even helping me do that. I took it upon myself to mix it because I had already known that nobody will want to eat only macaroni. Nobody will want to eat just beans. I took it upon myself to mix it because we had macaroni, I think, 2 times consecutively. I on my own didn't want to eat only macaroni. You yourself, you know that I love beans. Sometimes we keep beans together when we used to keep food together. and I go on my own to fetch that beans, and you will say, guy, what's up? Why would you go and carry beans without it? And I will apologize to you. Am I right or wrong?
Very right.
So why would you now just come up because you were told by Gracie that I refused to mix beans and macaroni for them? And then you felt like, okay, you were the one that could stand up or what, that you came to meet me. And when you came to meet me, you were like challenging me. Why would you give us only macaroni? Let me even inform you if you don't know. The Duchess went on her own to confirm because she noticed that the macaroni was of little quantity, and we all know that every meal that is brought, the little quantity is for ulcer patients. Am I right?
Very well.
Good. She came back to meet me and tell me, this macaroni is for ulcer patients. I just confirmed. I said, okay, fine. Go ahead and share it. What were you trying to do? What were you trying to insinuate? Were you trying to beat me or what? That was why I said, go ahead and beat me. You had a hand to warn me. You had two hands at that. Why take off your belt? To the best of my knowledge, only when you want to do something with what is in your hand before you take off that, what is on you, or what you hold anything in your hand when you want to use that. And I'm sure maybe you held yourself back because of reasons best known to you. If not, you would have used that belt on me. I'm very sure. That was why I said, go ahead and do what you want to do. I was very angry. That was why I used the fuck off word. So I don't know why you did what you did yesterday. So if you can still tell the court why you did what you did yesterday.
You're diverting out of the question.
I am not diverting.
Go straight to the question.
And you still came back to ask me, who did I want to take to my room? And what did I tell you?
Is this a question? Ask me straight questions and I'll answer you.
What did I tell you?
My lord, this is not a straight question. This is
answer his
driving on stories. If you want to ask me a question, you should ask me questions and I'll answer you.
Question. What did I tell you when you asked
Please, your question again. Attack you in what form? Did I hit you?
You had intentions.
I
the
had
house
intentions.
Was there. If they had not held you,
you asked the question and I'm responding to your question. Did I hit you?
When we were struggling, Sina, the clerk, he had to massage this hand.
We struggled.
Yes.
I and you.
Yes.
You have your witness.
Yes. We struggled. He had to massage this hand yesterday. This hand was a bit swollen yesterday. He had to massage it yesterday.
Mr. Moga, are you done with your question?
Yes.
Mr. Moga, have you served in the kitchen before now?
I have.
Was there any time from the first Duchess to the last one before the current Duchess that the ulcer patient's food will be brought and the normal housemate food will be brought? After dishing for the ulcer patient, they'll mix the food. Was there any time it has been done?
Very few times.
Very few times.
Yes.
Okay. You served with the last Duchess like twice or 2 or 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Just once.
Just once.
Yes.
Please, did you mix our food after removing Don Razi's food or not? Yes or no?
I did once.
You did once. That's to establish a fact, my lord, that this thing has been going on. If I could remember very well, yesterday when we had special requests, your honor here said she's an ulcer patient, and she has been eating beans. You being an ulcer patient doesn't stop you from eating beans. We have heartburn, yes. That doesn't stop you from eating beans. And that doesn't stop Grace Child, Vina, Gracie, myself, even Don Razi from eating beans. Okay, Mr. Moga, shouting at you, what were my exact words the day Mrs. Mercy came to the room to drop Don Razi's slide?
She first knocked on the door and you said, don't open the door if the person would not answer. And she later answered, which I peeped and I saw it was her. When I opened the door, I said, okay, let me check for your slippers because she's been asking of her slippers for days. When I checked for her slippers, that was when you were sure that it was her.
Okay.
And
that was when you were sure it was her. Excuse me. I asked you a question, you've given me the answer, so don't divert. Did you open the door? Widely open? Yes or no?
I opened the door halfway.
Halfway.
And I was in between the door and the room.
Okay. Halfway, widely open. I could remember I told you about mosquito several times. You spoke about the Duchess's room. I always go there. Mr. Moga, how many times are we opportune to stay in this house one? Like we, house one, housemates. How many times are we opportune to stay there?
Few times.
Few times.
Mr. Finest, were you there when the incident that happened on the said day happened?
Yes, I was present.
Can you please tell us a very, very brief story about what happened?
On the said day, I was actually the one sharing the food. When if Mercy dish, I share. And the food they brought was beans and spaghetti is for ulcer patients. When I gave the ulcer patient their food, most of them were begging that they should add small beans to them. I said, take your food, go and meet Mercy. If she gives you, fine. Because the instruction is spaghetti is for ulcer patients. That was what some of them did. And Mr. Johnwealth came out with so much anger in his face, was saying all sorts of things that this is not how it is done. That is it because they've changed power? Went to the sitting room, saw you, and was shouting at you. Why will you change the procedure? Started talking all sort of stuff, and in the process hit you, and the hand got swollen.
Mr. Finest.
Yes, Mr. John.
It's very simple. I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, I need a straight answer.
No problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You said I hit Mr. Moga.
Yes, you did.
And you said you were serving food.
Yes.
How were you able to be in the kitchen and at the sitting? Excuse me, once I'm done, you answer. And I need you to just go straight to the point. How were you able to be in the kitchen and at the sitting room when I hit him? And you saw me hitting him? Because you are under an oath if you lie to the court.
Objection, my lord.
Objection overruled.
Should I answer your question?
You are under an oath.
Should I answer your question?
Once I'm done, I'll let you answer.
One question at a time, please.
I'm asking you one question.
Okay.
You said you were in the living room. I hit Mr. Moga. I believe we're not babies. No, if I hit you and it's swollen, till now, there will be a sign of that swollen hand. I won't go there right now because you answer for yourself. You were in the kitchen and you were serving at the same time. How were you able to do that? Did you divide yourself? Did you become two at that same time?
Objection.
You've asked the question 3 times. Should I answer the question?
Answer me.
Objection
Okay.
sustained.
My lord, if I remember vividly, my witness said he was serving, and when he saw Johnwealth going in with anger, that was when he followed him behind to go and see what was happening. When he heard him shouting on me, asking that's not how it's done. Is it because the power has changed? That is what my witness said.
I was actually carrying the food from the kitchen and to
you
the
are
sitting
under
room.
an oath and you are in the dock. You are not meant to speak until spoken to. Please,
you
Mr.
just
Finance,
asked a
remain
question.
silent.
You just asked a question and
Mr.
said
Johnwealth, please
you
let
just
him
asked a
answer
question
the
and I want to answer your
Ask him.
question.
Let
My
him
lord.
Ask a
answer
question.
the
Let me answer your
My
question.
lord, I won't say you're being biased, but I'll tell you that you're siding one party and it's wrong.
Let him answer the question you asked him.
He spoke and I was trying to tell him to be calm, and you're telling me to answer a question or allow him answer a question. If my learned colleague is talking, he's meant to be quiet because he's in the dock and not meant to speak, my lord.
So the question you asked me, I should not answer.
Mr. Finance, may you remain silent, please?
Should I answer your question or
Remain
not?
silent, please. Thank you. My learned colleague spoke, objected me, and you sustained for him to speak. I see no reasons why his witness will be shouting in court. My lord, that's contempt of court and should be punished by washing dishes. My lord.
Noted.
Thank you, my lord.
So should I answer your question?
Yes, please answer my question.
Okay, I'm the one serving the food. So from the kitchen, I go to the sitting room. So I saw, when I went to the sitting room to give food, I saw you when you hit him.
You saw me when I hit him?
Yes, I saw you when you hit him.
Mr. Finest?
Yes.
Who was behind me when you saw me hit him?
So many people were at your back.
I had two specific persons behind me.
So many people was at your back because they were all coming to hold you.
They were all
Because you
coming
have
to
anger
me.
issue.
I have anger
Yes.
issue.
They were all coming to hold you.
All right.
Yes.
It's not by being loud, it's by saying the truth.
I'm saying the truth.
All right. Mr. Finest.
Yes.
You know me very well.
Yes, I know you very well.
All right. You said you know me very well. How am I when I'm angry? Because you said I came with so much anger. That means you're my blood brother or you stay in the
I'm
same
not your blood brother, but
Mr. Finest, will you remain silent in court? You are in the dock.
No.
I'm done with you. You might go to your seat. Please, Ines.
You want to teach me how the court works, right?
My lord, I'm not teaching you. I'm just only bringing it to your memory that you need to
Because
understand
I
these
have
things.
memory loss.
No, my lord. Thank you, my lord. Please, I'll hereby ask the second witness. Okay.
Mr. Wilfred Wildemanfa, you were once a duke.
Yes.
Can you please tell us a very, very precise story of how you ruled? Very precise and very brief.
Well, I did what I had to do to the best of my knowledge. I cannot recall precisely the details, but I did my best.
About food.
Okay, about the food, most times, practically all the times, the food was handled by my duchess.
So do you have any knowledge that the ulcer patients and the general house were given separate food?
No.
You didn't have any knowledge, but you had knowledge that they were ulcer patients.
Yes.
Good. Do you have any knowledge that ulcer patients were given extra food, just cereals and the rest to eat?
Yes.
Good. Did you have any issues with anybody, to be precise?
Personally,
no.
No.
Mr. Manfa, were you in the sitting room when
My lord,
what happened?
you were cross-examining for my counsel, and that's wrong, my lord. May I please remind you that I'm a
have
senior
the right-
advocate of this honorable court, my
I
lord.
have the right.
Yes, my lord,
to
you
ask
have the
questions
you
to
have
the court.
the right
Please let
to.
me talk, Mr. Johnwealth.
Yes, my lord.
Were you in the sitting room when the case that we're talking about now in court happened?
Yes, I was.
Please give us your brief narration.
All right. Music was at the background. I was discussing with a couple of housemates. Then I saw Mr. Johnwealth walk in. The present Duke was sitting by the side, and a conversation ensued between the two of them. To the best of my knowledge, I heard Mr. Johnwealth said something like, "This has never happened before, so why is it happening now?" That was what I could recall. Before I knew it, Mr. Johnwealth went back, and he came back again with his belt. He was actually rushing back to Mr. Moga, the Duke, and that was when the whole chaos erupted.
Mr. Will the Manfa, did I punch or hit Mr. Moga? You saw me. You were in the sitting room, I said. Did you see me punch or hit him? Yes or no?
I didn't see that.
You are a senior colleague of this honorable court. Your words count. If you lie, it will be held against you. Yes. And your respect will be dropped. Thank you. Please tell this honorable court what happened on that said day.
Okay, on the said day, before your case, you came in. Someone is like Moga that said, someone said, should we share the food, macaroni and the beans together to everybody? Then I heard a voice, because I'm close to the kitchen, that said, no, give other people their own food. The voice was VIP, to precise. So after some few minutes, seconds, you walked in. I was still in the sitting room. Moga was in the sitting room, sitting beside the room divider. in the parlor. So you went to Moga and asked, why are you guys sharing this food like this? Why is this like this that it has not done before? So when you were saying that, Moga's response, if I could remember that time, was you should go and ask the crew members. So you were now like, why would I ask the crew member about a food? Like you should be the one to take care of the food, not the crew member. So you entered the kitchen. I followed you back and told you that someone said, let's share the food equal. So it's because you have body, you want to beat me, this all that. So, but you two of you guys were very angry. So they managed to push you out. I was not among those people that wanted to push any of you or separate any of you. I don't separate fight. If you want to fight, you fight, and if you got tired, that one is on you.
So on that set day, I was upstairs when I heard loud voices downstairs. So I told Sina, come, let's go check what is going on. We came down together and saw the heated arguments. I tried asking some of the housemates what was going on, and they said that macaroni was brought and beans. That Mr. Johnwealth was asking the Duke why he did not add beans to the macaroni, since the macaroni was in a smaller portion and the beans was in a very large quantity. So I was like, if it's so, then they would have added it. No. So that moment, Mr. Johnwealth and the Duke were having a heated argument. Then I and Sina went towards the scene. The Duke was sitting close to the cabinet. We went to the scene to try to calm the situation down. I remember I tapped Mr. Johnwealth on the back, said, calm down, it's okay, it's okay. And I pushed him, said, it's okay. And the argument was heated. So we managed to take Mr. Johnwealth out of the scene.
As the judge of this great honorable royal courts, having clearly listened to both the complainant and their defendants and the witnesses during the examination and cross-examination, this is my verdict. Or rather, I have my verdict, but I am sending it to General Mugato for the final judgment.
As court, please.
Their day ended with an exclusive movie viewing at the Royal House.
Jim Speckle Travel Hub. It's your go-to travel service provider, any day, anytime. A travel service you can trust. We offer travel bookings, tour packages, hotel reservations, visa advisory, and lots more. We're located at plot 1041, Kuru Mohammed Avenue, Central Business District, Abuja. For more information, please call +234 802 849 9254 or +234 814 304 8726 or visit www.jimspeckletravelhub.com. Visit social media at Jim Speckle Travels. Jim Speckle Travel Hub. Your happiness is our pride.
Yeah, I've not really been with him like
as in India
for more than 3 hours.
So if this girl don't make me,
I don't know, I'm
but so many this girl don't make, they don't disqualify me. If no, I will do this girl. That's it. Calm yourself down. Yes, yeah, calm yourself down. What is your problem?
Don't make carry himself go.
What is your problem? Learn how to manage your anger. No go keep person picking up because of. If children are lover, wetin concern you?
How dare that's how dare no get anybody no forget to forget nails. Those small guys they like the big things. There are on nine nails, no are nails, there are for nails.
Nails, nails, they're important. You say na money they important to me. I don't wish money I get to maintain them.
Maybe you tell us say
so you finally get me say I bet that one no be just one person wey dey answer. I said there you know keep person.
So you will come dey chop him money.
For where na you go boy?
And he's very stingy.
Very stingy.
He said that in his shop he doesn't talk to customers. He doesn't play with them. His customers are scared of him. They will go and be talking to his girls. Say no. Once you laugh small, like don't buy snacks. And some girls can take advantage.
Christian, do you need anything? Like, do you need us to get you anything?
I just space has finished.
What?
I just space. I don't mind if you can give me liquid.
I think some people have detergent in this house now.
People can make share, they can't share one.
Ask now, because I doubt if they want to get this room. They have a big bottle. I'll try, Sha. Is that it? Just that. If you need the charger, I think there's tissue. I asked for tissue since there's tissue. Just come downstairs, there's tissue. Or maybe I can get it up to you. That's it, Abby. If you need disinfectant, I still have. Sorry? No, that one is a sachet, so then what do you call it? Petition. Wait.
A day well spent brings happy sleep. Until next time, catch us on the Royalty Reality TV show.
Royal Reality, Royal Reality, this is reality, complete package say, Royal Reality, yelele ama, yelele 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 ama, yelele ama, yelele 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 ama, open your eyes and tell me what you see. This is a talent deep inside of you and me. So let it out, it's time to let it show. Come on everybody, take my hand and let us go. Open your eyes and tell me what you see. There is a talent deep inside of you and me. So let it out, it's time to let it show. Come on everybody, take my hand and let us go. Royal Reality.